My church is America in the format of a symphony. Each measure and stanza will the world into poetry, a melting pot not fraught by the barriers we build to keep bridges from rising. The only thing we have in common is God. Poetry is a church that diffuses its uses through understanding abuses, but it loses its power when the only avenue is finding cadence in hateful things. If there's no love in the words she sings, then she becomes an ethnic religion. A hidden world of rhythm passed from victim to paper to tomb. There's no room for globalizing if we only ever gaze inward away from the world we're inheriting. My dad says no poetry is easy, but positive poetry is hard. It's a dark world we're looking out to, but not all of its skin is scarred. To write positive poetry is to believe one thing is understood. We're all blessed with the capacity to love, to do good, and evil is popular, but compassion withstood. Positive poetry is faith in humanity. My God is poetry in more forms than Christianity. Baptist or Methodist, the divisions are methodless. Call him Yahweh or Vishnu, Allah, Buddha too, regardless of their name or many different faiths. If you have poetry and love, it all goes to the same place. The universe hears when you love despite the labor, just as Jesus spun stanzas in the future's favor. That in spite of perceived different rhythm, you should listen to your neighbor. You should care about his name. That prisoners have personhood and traitors all the same. Happy poems are hard, but how we think is the real issue. A poem may not save the world, but the one it does will miss you if you never try. I know it by the way my mama answers Bruno Mars songs like phone calls. It's long distance. In fact, it's beyond the grave. She's being wrung by someone from the wrong side of town, the dead, gone side of town. Can't help but smile when I found that Mr. Mars is somehow a 5'4" medium. Rhymed words gave my grandma an old school ghostly rotary. Without them, I may never know that her ghost is watching me on phantom Facebook right now, spamming, "Y'all see my grandbaby?" Yvonne and Gentry and millions of mothers that came before she, that poetry is stronger than the grave. A song can give a lifeline to the long gone. And even as the lyrics to the symphony fade, I know the devil knows nothing about a love song. The devil is popular in this day and age, in every White House and every news front page, and he can cage a mind like ice can cage a child, but if hell is home, you don't know not to smile. Said music consumes us, drains joy from the arts. Lucifer entombs us in top 20 charts, but Beyonce and Lizzo show life full of color. Magic of the past we have yet to discover. I have a million generations of mothers in my melody, a poet's heartbeat passed down from the very first century, a passport to our past in every iambic eulogy. That memory is poetry. Sisters and brothers in arms and in family. Happy poetry is hard, but this blood has come too far, from the Congo to Clarksville to my body to some distant star, for me to not be grateful for the art that got us where we are. To every writer that made beauty with the devil's gilded fiddle, to every lover that put joy into their music just a little, my church is the kind of beat that my grandmothers dreamed, a sermon made of poetry, transporting to forgotten memories, and the lyrics to the song speak of forgiving even enemies, and the dying town has children who don't know not to smile, and the poem we're inheriting seems perfect to a child, so our future will be poetry, with a major key that plays on, because the devil fights the vision, but can't kill a love song.